NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Cousins. He's going to air one out.
And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Anthony Ferguson, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. They find some open field here. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4 yards remain for second down.
Here's Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Tannehill going to hand it Henry on the option.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree.
And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
On play action, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Quick slant to Brown.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Off the option, here's Henry.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll run for it with Henry. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd down and 8.
Again, it's Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Cousins to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Cousins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. Cousins will try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Got him in, it's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And this one's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Tannehill now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Cousins to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Cousins. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Here's Cousins. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll look to throw. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
But down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of play.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Tannehill to throw.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for the Titans. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Tannehill.
He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Now Tannehill.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One last throw here for Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Shot, they'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. It's caught, and they've won the football game.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.